y'all, it's Callie and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. Last week was the end of the rereadathon, so this one is like a day longer to make up for how the timing of the rereadathon was. So the first book I'm going to be picking up is Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor. I'm really hoping to finish this one pretty quickly. It's pretty short. It's only like 200 pages maybe, so I should definitely maybe even be able to finish this today, hopefully. I'm reading The Cowboys and Angels book 4 by Kelly Elliott. It is Love Again. So good, loving it. I can actually focus on reading those now because I don't feel bad. And I have about 3 hours left in Three Dark Crowns, so I will update you guys later. Hey y'all, it's Monday morning and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I finished Night of Cake and Puppets last night. This was so cute. It is pretty much just the meet cute story of Mick and Susanna. It was so adorable and there's drawings throughout and it's just so stunning. It was so short and cute, like it was just so worth it. Like these are just, it was so good and I loved it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was really cute, but at the same time, like, there wasn't much to it. It took me, like, maybe 2 hours to read it, but it was super cute. I'm so glad I read it. Next, I will be picking up The A-List by Zoe Dean. This is the next book on my TBR I'm going to read. I haven't read any of it yet, but I am figuring that I can get through this either today or today and tomorrow. I can get this done, get it out of the way. I'm about halfway through Blind Love, which is book 5 in the Cowboys and Angels series, and I'm just loving the series. It's so cute. I love the whole idea of like each family member, and you can kind of see the foreshadowing to who's going to be next in the current books. And I've got about 2 hours left on One Dark Throne and I'm absolutely loving it. I cannot wait for Two Dark Reigns. It's just gonna be so exciting and so good. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I am about 125 pages through The A-List. I really don't like this, but that's partially because I know how it ends because I read the second book. But I mean, parts of it are cute, I guess. It's just very cringy, very 90210, very girl drama. I'm not loving it, but it's a quick, easy read, getting it off my TBR. I sat and read for maybe like an hour max, 2 hours max, and I got this far, so I should definitely be able to finish this today, so I'm super excited about that. Last night I finished the audiobook for One Dark Throne. I loved that. I love this series so much. I'm so glad. And so I can pick up Queens of Fenburn, which I actually have a copy of, super soon, as soon as I get through my TBR. And I picked up my next audiobook, which is Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. I do have to say it's a little bit confusing because it's kind of like going through the timeline of 2 different weddings because her mom's a wedding planner. And it's hard to distinctify between the 2 weddings because it'll switch really quickly. And I'm not really sure, like it's hard to tell when it's this wedding or this wedding. I'm sure that might be partially because I'm not completely paying attention, but who knows. I finished another Cowboys and Angels books and I've started halfway through book 6 and then I have book 7 ready to go. Once I finish that, I will probably finish that. I've finished at least one a day in like the last week. So I'm expecting that, and yeah, those are my plans for right now. I've got a lot of homework, so I'm gonna try to work through a big chunk of that since I have some time today, and then I will get to some reading. Hey y'all, it's Wednesday morning and I just wanted to update you guys on what I've been reading. Last night I finished The A-List by Zoe Dean. I gave it 2 stars. It was very cringy, just not that great, but I still read it. Just a quick, easy read. Didn't take long to read at all. Glad to have it off of my TBR. And next I will be picking up Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the next book in the Lunar Chronicles. The first one was Cinder. These are sci-fi fairy tale retellings, and this one I believe follows Red Riding Hood. And I'm just super excited to read this one. I think I found out yesterday that there's an adventure-a-thon, and that sounds really fun. So I think I might be participating in that, just because I really like the challenges. They're really easy, and with the challenges all I have to read are 3 books, and one of them is very short, so I think I will probably be participating in that because that just sounds like a lot of fun and really easy. It's one that you follow a path. So I'm on the last book in the Cowboy and Angel series. I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. I'm about halfway through, I believe. No, I'm near the beginning of book 7. I'm on page 94, chapter 8. And then in Once and For All, I am 3 hours and 23 minutes through. I always forget. I remembered more that Sarah Dessen's contemporaries are just really hard-hitting and talk about some really tough topics. But I didn't read a synopsis or anything. I just went ahead and started this one. And oh my gosh, this one talks about school shootings, and it's just crazy. It's unclear. They don't straight out tell you what the connection is, but you find out early on that the main character is very uncomfortable and is very stressed out. Like, she has anxiety when there are school shootings mentioned on the radio. And so we think that there's a connection, so I have a personal idea of what I think the connection is, but it's really unclear still, and it's so hard-hitting, and it's just really, really good. Hey y'all, it's Thursday, and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I am on page 142 of Scarlet. I'm really loving it. I love how even though it's a separate story, we still get to see Cinder's story and how it's mixed in with here. I'm so interested to see how it's gonna meet up and how it's gonna converge and how we're gonna get to see the characters all together. It is just so good so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I finished Reckless Love, the last of the Cowboys and Angels series. It was so good. I absolutely loved the series. I was so glad I picked it up. And then in Once and For All by Sarah Dessen, I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook. It is so good. It's going to so many places that I didn't think it would. It almost brought me to tears a little bit ago. It's just so phenomenal and touching, and it's just so good. I'm absolutely loving it. Except for the fact that the guy that she's grieving, she didn't even talk to him in person for a total of 12 hours, and they were in love. That was a little bit too insta-lovey for me, but overall, except for minor details like that, I'm loving the story. Hey y'all, it's Friday, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. In Scarlet, I am 198 pages through. I'm on chapter 20. I'm really enjoying this. I'm just having trouble finding time to read it. This weekend, I don't have a whole lot to do, so I should be able to get through most, if not all, of this book. I finished the audiobook for Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. I really, really enjoyed it. It was just really touching. I do have to say the insta-love with the first guy that she loved was a little bit too much, but other than that, the story was just really, really gripping and just so impactful. And I feel like it's really important for this time because there are so many school shootings happening in the US today. And then once I finished that, I checked out The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black, and I'm about an hour through that. This is so intriguing. The way that she's doing vampires is just crazy and so good. I absolutely am just enjoying it so much. It's so crazy to think about, but I'm really enjoying myself. I also picked back up the ebook for Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan, but after reading about 2 pages, I gave up because the e-arc font was so small and could not be zoomed in at all, and it was just giving me a headache to read a single page. So I gave up on that one. I'll read the finished copy, or I'll listen to the audiobook or something along those lines, because I think it's coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks. Not that long to wait. But instead of that, I picked up Dear Haiti, Love, Eileen. I'm not sure who the authors are, but this book really intrigued me. It's another e-arc. I went on a mission trip about 2 years ago to Haiti, and I just absolutely loved it. I just loved the atmosphere down there, and it was just so beautiful. So when I saw the title and the cover's really vibrant and pretty, I just automatically gravitated towards it. I clicked request now, and I was so glad that I got it. And I've read about 15 pages, and it's just really cute so far. I'm really intrigued to see how it's gonna go, because this, I believe, is about a girl who's given a school project and she doesn't really want to do it, or she doesn't do it the right way. So either her school or her parents, it's unclear to me, they send her to Haiti for the semester, and she has to either complete the assignment that she was originally given or a different assignment. And it just sounds so cool, and I can't wait to see all the stuff about Haiti. Hey y'all, it's Saturday afternoon, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I am once again sick, which is very annoying, but I've been doing quite a bit of reading for a lazy Saturday, because usually I forget or get distracted by other things, mainly the internet. But in Scarlet, I am on page 365. I've got a little less than 100 pages left. I might finish this today, but I'm not sure. It'll depend on how I'm feeling. I might try to get some schoolwork done ahead of time so I can focus more on the readathon books for next week, but it'll just depend on how much I'm gonna balance this and the homework. I am 4 hours and 15 minutes through The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. I'm really enjoying it. It's just so gripping, and I don't know where the story is gonna go. It doesn't seem to have one overarching goal or plot line, but it's just all these little ones, and it's just so interesting and exciting. I'm also about 94 pages through Dear Haiti, Love, Eileen. It is so good. The authors, I believe, from looking at their names, they're sisters, and the book is just so good. It's really focusing on family and friendship and just her experiences, and she was just sent to Haiti as punishment because she didn't do well on an assignment, and it is just going to be so interesting to see. It's so important, I feel, because I haven't really read any books like this, and it's just so good, and it is definitely perfectly easy to read if you don't have any experience with Creole or any sort of Haitian culture, because it's really only mentioned some sentences in Creole which are easily understood because of context clues or explained in translation kind of. And then it mentions the main city, Port-au-Prince, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows where that is because it mentions that it was related to the earthquakes that took place a couple years ago, but they happen quite often, so everybody's kind of familiar with that location. And it mentions a food at one point, and I don't really know what food that is, but I feel like you could look it up really easily. Hey y'all, it's later on Saturday night, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. In Scarlet, I am on page 403. I've got a little less than 50 pages left. I will most definitely be finishing this tonight. I'm super excited. I am not enjoying this as much as Cinder, but I also think that's mainly because I don't really like Scarlet as a main character. I haven't really connected with her and Wolf nearly as much as I loved Cinder and Kai, so it's really just pushing me forward to try to get to Cress, which is my favorite princess of all time, so I'm interested to see how she's gonna work it in, and also because Cinder is still playing a part in this story and Thorn is just hilarious. So I'm really enjoying this for the most part, and meaning when Cinder and Thorn and Kai are there, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the rest of the story.
I'm now 4 hours and 45 minutes through The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's just something interesting and different. I don't necessarily think it's the best, like it's crazy anything. I just haven't seen anything like it before, which I think is why I feel like I'm enjoying it so much, is because it's something so new. You can tell I'm getting sick and it's getting worse, but it's okay. I actually feel okay. It's just not sounding okay. And I spent a lot of time earlier today. I filmed 4 or technically 3.5 pre-films for you guys while I am out of town and my grandparents are here. And the last little bit I have to do tomorrow, which will be no problem at all, and I'm super excited for you guys to see those. Hey y'all, it's Sunday morning and I want to update you guys on my reading. I finished Scarlet last night. I think I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I enjoyed parts of it and didn't enjoy parts of it. I did really like the short story at the end, The Queen's Army, I think is what it was called. It was following Wolf as he was being recruited to become Wolf-like, and it was just really good for a continuation on Cinder and Kai and introducing Thorn, but I didn't love Scarlet and Wolf, and I really only started to care about them at the end of the book. Next, I'm going to pick up Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I know I probably won't be able to finish a book today, so I'm just going to try to make a bunch of progress on this, considering that the Adventure-a-thon starts tomorrow, so I'm just going to try to get a head start and try to finish this. I don't think I'll finish it this month, but it's always nice to make a bunch of progress on something like this because I'm trying to get through my list of these and I haven't been doing a great job. So I'm definitely going to try to get a good chunk of the way through this. Hey y'all, it is later on Sunday and I just wanted to update you guys and kind of wrap up the week. This week I read a total of 8 books, 5 of them being ebooks and 2 of them ebooks or audiobooks and 2 of them being physical books. I finished The A-List by Zoe Dean and gave it either 1.5 or 2 stars, and I finished Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, which I gave 3.5 stars. Today's reading I've listened to a little bit but not a lot of The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. When I have a chance to listen in between rough edits of my videos, because I'm trying to edit a bunch of these pre-filmed videos, and I have read about 50 pages of Little Women. I'm currently on page 128. I started the day on 183. I'm just going to try to get through as much of this as possible. I know I'm not going to finish it, but I'm just trying to get a good chunk of the way through before the readathon starts tomorrow. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading vlog. Comment down below how many books you read this week or what progress you made. I know that my reading habits are on the extreme of like very productive, very high, so I don't judge anyone who reads less than I do. I just personally am a really fast reader. I sometimes choose books that I know I'll be able to read through faster, and I just kind of find more time when I should be doing other things. So I definitely don't judge anyone who reads any less than me, because how fast you read is what you want to do, and I can't say anything about that because there have been weeks where I've read 1 or 2 books, and this is just a really productive reading time for me, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this vlog. I love making them for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!